Miguel, you'll see Miguel when they put your belt on my waist. Right here. This is where your belt's going. Because I'm ready to fight, and like I said before in one of the interviews last week, I can make the weight right now at 156 pounds. If no one believes it, bring a scale right here. I'll go on the scale, let Cotto go on the scale, and I'm ready to go.
Solito te tiraste al piso. Espera que te vuelva a botar yo y te caes con golpe. No vengas con mariconada tirándote solo.
Cotto, I just asked one thing from you. Don't do the same thing against me that you did with Margarito. That after he knocked you down the first time, the second time you went down without him even landing a punch. Stand there in front of me, let me keep punishing you, and then go out. But don't take a knee on me.
Ganando y noqueando a Miguel Cotto yo.
By beating and knocking Cotto out.
Le voy a poner una firma en el mundo entero que Don King es el número 1 y Bob Arum es el número 2.
I'm putting a stamp on this fight after my victory that Don is the best promoter and Bob is number 2.
And Mayorga.
Remember what Mayorga told us at the fighter meeting? I want to cut him, I want to knock him down, or I want to knock him out in round 1. We'll see. That's a tall order against Miguel Cotto.
Right on top of each other here right at the outset, no question. Cotto, the more polished of the two, has the ability to box, quick instructions, and cautioning.
Must be a world record. We're 20 seconds in and Robert Byrd has issued a warning to Mayorga already.
Cotto wants to make Mayorga miss, but plan A to get inside. Mayorga's wide shots with short, precise punches. Whoa, some great action here at the start.
Mayorga with a wide right, and he gets countered by a left hook by Cotto.
Good exchange there, huh? If Mayorga's punches are straighter, as you pointed out, what a difference that could make. But that's a big if. Right hand chopping to the head by Mayorga.
And we know Mayorga can take a punch. It's going to take a lot to really stop him, hurt him, and knock him out.
And Mayorga's already landed a couple of good right hands. And Cotto, throughout his career, has been hurt early in fights.
Big body shot. Mayorga says, you didn't hurt me. Mayorga's so dangerous and so vulnerable. A recipe for excitement. He'll swing for the fences. Wild punches from all angles. Banging to the head with that right hand, Mayorga.
This is really what we expected. It's going to be a shootout for however long it lasts.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a tactical fight. Mayorga, a street brawler.
Cotto's jab has been pretty effective early in this round.
Whoa. A wild swing and a miss by Mayorga just as Byrd was getting in.
Mayorga tried to shake hands with Cotto, and Cotto said,
All business. Under a minute left in round 1. Another couple of chopping right hands to the head by Mayorga. Mayorga talking to Cotto, taunting him even after the fight build-up, during the fight. No let-up.
Mayorga has to feel happy that he has been able to get a few of those right hands in. But Cotto has also done some very good work here in round 1.
Left hook to the body by Cotto. Mayorga just shakes it off. Oh, left hook to the chest by Mayorga.
And that nice right hand got in. That's a beautiful hook by Cotto just landed.
Well, it doesn't look like Mayorga's predictions will come true in round 1.
They are trading big punches one at a time. Back and forth action. Scintillating first round. Wow, a tremendous first round.
Manny Stewart once trained Mayorga, believe it or not, for about a week. And he said, I couldn't take it anymore, and I left. He and Cotto have, and for this fight, though, and we visited Mayorga, he trained seriously for this fight. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, somebody said that got it up to about 5. Nice left hook by Mayorga. Right hand by Mayorga. Chopping away at Cotto. Ramming shots to the head of Cotto. Uppercut by Mayorga. Mayorga, no let-up. Crowd going wild.
That chopping right hand has found a home. And the worst thing that Cotto can do is let Mayorga get any confidence in this fight early.
But Mayorga is hittable. He is a target when you get into a brawl, a war. Let's see what happens.
Good body work by Cotto there.
Mayorga now dancing around.
And you said it, Antonio, how long can the adrenaline of Mayorga lasts before the skill of Cotto takes over, but we're still in the adrenaline period.
Yeah, Mayorga historically always starts off with a barrel of energy. Then we'll see what happens down the road.
He hurt Shane Mosley early, but there's that nice right hand by Cotto. And he had surgery on his shoulder and says he's delivering the right hand better now.
And then Mosley kind of hurt Mayorga at the end.
Just a little bit.
With a second to go, knocked him out.
Just a smidge.
Halfway through the second, and a brilliant fight. And I mean fight. There's the jab by Cotto, trying to keep Mayorga at bay.
Yeah, Cotto just going to have to stay cool, calm, and collected because it seems like Mayorga is fighting in spurts. He cannot fight at that intensity for long, and just don't get hurt while he's at his best.
Got to be patient here.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can tell Mayorga's marshaling his energies within the rounds.
Yeah, he's taking a little breather from time to time. Regrouping. Uppercut blocked by Cotto. Cotto comes back. Cotto with a jab.
Counter left hook by Cotto was beautiful on an uppercut that missed by Mayorga.
And then Cotto missing with a big, wide right. Look at the reaction by Mayorga. Oh, what a left. Half hook, half uppercut by Mayorga to the chin.
Mayorga's doing commentary in the fight while he's fighting. That's intriguing.
"20 seconds left in the second round. Scheduled for 12 for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship. A little flurry there by Mayorga. White trim. Nice left hook to the neck by Cotto.
I mean, you have to love Mayorga. Win, lose, or draw. He's never been in a boring fight. A man always throws it out there and put it all on the line, and you got to love it. He's a fan favorite.
And when you combine it with Cotto, who also is very seldom in a fight that's exciting, you have to get something that's fun out of it.
Stirring action here in the early going. Nice little dance step by Mayorga.
Emanuel Stewart used to call his former fighter Tommy Hearns the Elvis Presley of boxing. Something exciting always happened. You could say the same for Cotto in most of his fights as well.
Exciting in and out of the ring.
And like we mentioned earlier, you know, if Cotto is allowed to fight at his pace comfortably like this, you know, it's going to take one of those punches that he don't see to slow him down.
Cotto just walked into a right hand right to the chin.
And there's the left hook of Cotto, and Mayorga says, "Come on."
Mayorga inviting Cotto in. "Come on, fight me. Keep coming," he says. This is unbelievable. Crowd in a frenzy. He just stays there in the corner and invites Cotto in.
But look at Miguel Cotto. What a cool customer.
Yeah, he's not going to get goaded into that. He's not going to get baited. That's what Mayorga wants. Oh, is that an amazing sequence?
And what an amazing sequence in which nothing really happened, and it was exciting.
Exactly.
It reminds me of the time he dropped his hand, stuck his chin out, and Tito Trinidad hit him with 2 solid left hooks, and the fight was over a little bit after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
An interesting display of the patience and the poise of Cotto, and now look at him go to work on the body. He's a good fighter.
Miguel Cotto with the jab, looking extremely confident here. Bouncing up and down. Up on his toes.
Mayorga is still dangerous. He's trying to sneak something in, a big punch in here and there. I mean, Cotto has to be on his P's and Q's tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Still, that right hand could get in there and hurt him.
One of those fights you have to be so focused against a guy like Mayorga. Final seconds of the third round. Oh, a nice right hand to the chin. Mayorga says, "You didn't hurt me." And even between rounds, he refused to sit down. His trainers were saying, "Sit, sit, sit." And he continued to stand.
Yeah, he's amped up. And what he was trying to do right there is to try to trick Miguel Cotto in an all-out brawl. of fisticuffs to give him an opportunity to land a big punch.
Round 4 scheduled for 12. Mayorga continues to be so animated.
And of course, for the most part, you don't win fights by talking in the ring.
That was a big left hook that that Mayorga just landed.
And there's Cotto with an uppercut, but it may have come up short. Yeah, I thought that was our job.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, talking.
You know, the jab, the right eye of Mayorga looks like he's got some issue with it as well.
Cotto bouncing around.
And one of the stories of this fight, I think, is the right hand of Cotto, which, you know, he had the repair of the shoulder with an operation, and they said it was better, and truthfully, it is better. He's throwing it much better than before.
Emmanuel Stewart said he can't recall Cotto really ever knocking anybody out with the right hand. It's usually the left hook, of course. That's his trademark punch, and he is a natural lefty.
And he's really getting his jab working this round.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
And I think it's safe to say, as every round goes on, for Mayorga, things become more difficult because he tends to not be so effective in those later rounds.
And we knew that. You know, we knew that the earlier rounds would be some of the most competitive rounds.
Yep.
Well, 4 was the magic number for Mayorga. He said he would get Cotto out by 4.
Right there, they exchanged left hooks, and those are the type of punches that Mayorga is depending on to hurt Cotto.
The crowd so into it, reacting to everything. Nice right hand, and then a slip by Mayorga on the Tecate sign.
For a moment, I thought maybe Mayorga hurt his foot, but it appears that he's okay.
Both coming forward at the same time.
You know, Mayorga's not by nature a great left hook artist, but he's finding some opportunities for that punch. Cotto's is much better, of course.
It was the right hand against Cotto that got in against Yuri Foreman at Yankee Stadium back in June.
Mayorga's squinting with the right eye. I'm not sure if there's a problem, but we'll see.
Good body shot by Mayorga. He put all he had in that shot.
Then a low blow by Miguel Cotto. Chopping right, another right and left, a combination. Some of that got in, not all of it by Mayorga. Some of it was blocked. Cotto smiling. Sizzling affair here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Mayorga checking back to see how close he was to the corner. Left hooks to the head by Cotto. Okay, says Ricardo. Come on back and try that again. Cotto with a great uppercut that got through. Another one. Another jab now. Cotto going crazy.
Now Cotto is taking it up a notch because of the combination that he got hit with after round 3, and he's bringing the pressure right now.
Now, Miguel Cotto still has to be very careful not to attack wildly.
Yes, he does. After round 4, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Cotto bouncing shots off Mayorga's head.
A look at press row scoring, and a 2-point victory in the unofficial cards by Kieran Mulvaney from ESPN, Lance Pugmire from the Los Angeles Times, but Diego Martinez has it the way I do all 4 rounds for Cotto. How do you have it scored, Antonio?
I actually gave the last round to Mayorga because I think he did a lot better than he did previously.
That was the one he could have won.
Mayorga missing with an uppercut attempt.
But Cotto is determined to put some hurt on Mayorga right now. This is a changing of the guard right now because Cotto.
Ooh, nice right hand. Another overhand right by Mayorga. Looking impressive here, missing there. Trying to end it on one punch, right?
Well, and what makes this fascinating, we know Miguel Cotto, as great a warrior as he is, and only twice has he failed to win in his career, but he's been hurt in 7 or 8 fights. So it can happen at any moment with him, and that's what creates the suspense.
And both Cotto's losses by TKO versus Manny Pacquiao and Antonio Margarito. Mayorga with 4 KO losses. Mosley, De La Hoya, Trinidad, and his first pro fight. Wicked exchange there. Cotto getting the better, finishing off with a brilliant left hook upstairs.
I tell you, if Mayorga is in the type of shape that I believe he is, he's going to continue to try round after round after round. He's going to be in this fight to the end.
But now it's almost like target practice, a confident Cotto. And then Mayorga comes back with an overhand right to the head. Some resounding exchanges. A fight just chock full of highlights. That was blocked by Mayorga's gloves. But the crowd reacting. Left hook to the chin by Cotto. Final seconds of round 5. The action doesn't let up. Right hand by Mayorga.
Thank you.
They told us, Emanuel Steward and Cotto, they want to capitalize on mistakes that Mayorga makes. And I think that is exactly the difference in this fight. Cotto has capitalized on some of the technical mistakes of Mayorga.
Yeah, we knew Mayorga wasn't as technical as Cotto, but like I said, he still has a puncher's chance. And the way he came out and threw that left hook right hand just now, he's trying to...
Absolutely, and there's the numbers. You know, Cotto landing more volume, but Mayorga has landed his share. He's bounced some right hands off his head and thrown some very good body punches as well. And Mayorga a little busier in terms of number of punches than we would have expected. Oh, wow. 2 swings and a miss.
The whirlwind in the blue trunks. Little twisting left uppercut on the inside by Cotto.
Yeah, as long as the rounds are continuing like this and Cotto don't get hurt with anything, I think the fight is in his favor as long as it goes.
Miguel Cotto, and I'll tell you something else, Miguel Cotto defensively, and he's improved his defense over the years. In this fight, he's slipping a lot of punches. And of course, you can do that against Mayorga. And remember, Emanuel Steward said they want to slip punches. They don't want to block them, because if you block them, Mayorga stays on balance.
Yeah, he throws a lot of his punches wide. He's not the most technical fighter, and that's why you're able to get up under a lot of those shots. But it's the one that lands that rings your bell.
As you guys point out, the longer this goes, the better it would seem for Miguel Cotto, as long as he stays out of harm's way.
The jab of Cotto, we just saw it there again, is one of the headlines of this fight, and he has a good one.
Approaching the final minute of round 6, the WBA Super Welterweight Championship.
Good body work by Mayorga. Stepped in with a combination.
And the jab, shot out by Cotto. Trying to keep Mayorga at a distance.
In the Mosley fight, Mayorga's punches started to lose steam around the middle rounds and into the late rounds, and a little bit of that seems to be happening now, although he lands the right there, but he's slapping with his punches a
Nice
little more.
uppercut followed by a left hook by Mayorga. A nice counter left hook to the head by Cotto, and a right uppercut on the inside by Miguel Cotto. Final seconds of round 6.
Oh, here we go.
Miguel Cotto settling into a nice rhythm here, but he's got to be careful.
Pacquiao is going to fight. I'm sure he'll fight again. Just to think that Pacquiao fought such tooth and nail fights with Marquez, and it's hard to believe this guy's off almost 2 years, and then he just totally overwhelmed Marquez. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but if the fight turns out, I would just love to see the fight. I would love to see the odds if I can make a bet.
Mike, always great to see you. Good luck with your show on Animal Planet.
Thank you very much.
All right, Steve, back to you.
All right, Jim. Mike Tyson returning to the scene of the infamous bite night against Evander Holyfield.
I have to disagree strongly with his assessment of this fight. I think they're both trying to knock each
It's
other
hard
out.
to impress Mike Tyson.
I guess. I'll tell you what, it must be, because these guys are hammering away. Look at
Good
that.
body shot.
Right there, Mayorga to the body, missing wildly with the left. Right hand gets in. Stinging right hand there by Mayorga. What an opening minute of the second.
Oh, my.
Great exchanges.
Those are some heavy shots that Mayorga's landing right now. Uppercut.
Uppercut on the inside. And that's going to be slowing Miguel Cotto down. These are heavy, vicious shots by Mayorga here in the 7th round, and he's winging away nonstop.
One of the differences is Miguel Cotto has shown us all the big power punches that he lands, but up at 154 against a guy with a good chin, didn't go down, didn't get him out.
Exactly right, Al. Mayorga is still there with that power.
Another right uppercut by Mayorga.
Mayorga's throwing that uppercut from way out. You look for Miguel Cotto to counter that with a hook.
Body shot there. Mayorga said, "You didn't hurt me."
It's one of the best rounds Mayorga's had in this fight.
Very active in this round.
Doesn't look like a guy who's been so inactive. Very sharp.
One fight in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and that was a bad knockout loss to Shane Mosley. Although it was a pretty close fight up till that last round. Mayorga just charging in, missing with most of those, but it looked good.
Of course, Mayorga with a tune-up fight after that Mosley fight as well.
Yeah, Michael Walker.
Yeah.
Against a less experienced guy. He had his way in that fight.
Well, this was the best round Mayorga's had maybe in the fight, and look at him go to town.
It continues. Big round for Mayorga.
That right hand buckled Cotto.
And it hit him behind the head. He's got some problems now.
That got Cotto's attention. Mayorga looking to really pile on now. He's got 10 seconds. He senses that Cotto is really hurt. Right uppercut, bangs him with a right. Trying to end it on one punch. WBA Super Welterweight Championship. Mayorga coming on in that 7th round, and he continues where he left off.
Mayorga said he didn't hit him behind the head. He looked like he was targeting the side of the head, so I don't know. But Al, we talked about that uppercut. He's using that uppercut as a decoy. He's not following through with the uppercut, but he's coming right over the top with the right hand.
Yeah, that's true. Power punches overall, and that's now a margin for Mayorga, and in the last round Mayorga gained part of that edge. And some of the reason those power punches there are the body punching that Mayorga's done in the last 3 or 4 rounds.
Again, Cotto wisely keeping it on the outside.
Cotto's landed some monstrous left hooks in this fight. It just hasn't sent Mayorga down.
And some beautiful jabs.
Yeah, oh boy.
Mayorga hammering away. Right hand to the head. Uppercut just missed by Mayorga.
And then there was the counter from Cotto with the left hook over, just over that uppercut.
I'm going to tell you, we look at Mayorga's style and we think he's this wild, out-of-control man. But this guy knows how to fight. I mean, sometimes you see him throw a perfect 1-2. He's very sneaky with it.
He said you'd see a fast, strong Ricardo Mayorga from the days against Vernon Forrest. This is the best he's looked in a long time.
Oh, yeah. What a jab that Cotto just hit him with. And that swelling around the right eye of Mayorga could become an issue.
Double left hook there by Mayorga to the body. Left jab there by Cotto. But Mayorga with the showier punches.
And Cotto staying in range for all these shots, which I know Emmanuel Stewart is telling him to move and give him angles.
You are so right. You either want to be right inside against Mayorga or giving him angles, not in this punching range. Even with that, Cotto is still doing quite well, but he's taking punches.
Oh, good sequence by Cotto. And that temporarily slows down the challenger.
And Cotto has gotten his jab out of mothballs again to have to punctuate what looks like a Cotto round.
Nice straight right hand to the head by Mayorga. Final seconds of round 8. Mayorga coming. The left hook of Cotto for years, one of boxing's most devastating punches. Went away for a while, but returned with a vengeance his last fight. He's gotten some good left hooks into the body here tonight.
The press row scoring clearly a considerable edge. Martinez and with 79-72, the biggest margin, and Kieran Mulvaney of ESPN 78-74 as Lance Pugmire has it. Antonio, what do you say about this?
I have it 78-74 for the champ.
Left hand by Mayorga gets Cotto a bit off balance. Comes back with a series of jabs. Combinations to the head by Mayorga.
Those punches were pushed a little, but he did land them. And when he doesn't push them, they have lots of power on him still. I'll tell you what Mayorga has done for himself. He's behind in this fight, and unless he knocks out Cotto, he may not win. And there's some nice combinations, but he's raised his stock to some degree.
Yes, he has, and it looks like he's off to a good start here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's landed a couple combinations. He's moving. There's that beautiful jab by Cotto.
Yeah, this has been a very good first half of the round for Mayorga.
Yeah, from a marketability standpoint, this is working, but there goes Cotto. Back comes Mayorga.
And those punches were all pushed. Those were arm punches that didn't have power by Mayorga.
Beautiful jab by Cotto.
You know, you look at Miguel Cotto, and you have to say that his skill level is still very, very high. I don't think people can say that his confidence is eroded or that he doesn't still have a great skill set, because he does.
Yes, he definitely have the skill set from the amateurs and everything. But I tell you, 10-1 underdog. I mean, people expected him to come in here and blow Mayorga out, and he's still getting hit with counterpunches right now.
Yes, he is.
Ricardo Mayorga not giving up.
Wow.
Blasting away.
And Mayorga will probably now win this round because of the good start he had and the good finish he had.
Final seconds of round 9.
This is fun.
Tremendously entertaining championship fight here at the MGM Grand. Cotto just showing his polish throughout. Mayorga showing his tenacity.
And over 12 rounds, Mayorga is 4-2 and Cotto is 4-1. So both have been the distance and had success, more so for Cotto, of course. The jab of Mayorga, not a weapon much for him, throws it there. One of the reasons Miguel Cotto has been a popular fighter is that he is a vulnerable champion.
Yes, he is.
He's vulnerable in fights, and yet he's exciting, and mostly he wins almost all the time.
So many people were impressed by Cotto's footwork and his movement in the last fight with Foreman, and he seems to have carried that over into this fight.
Yes.
He's got to be in great condition.
Yeah, he definitely is. The only thing I agree with that might be an issue for him, and Antonio hit on it, and he stayed in an area where Mayorga could hit him. He didn't get inside, and he didn't move around quite as much, and so there were times when Mayorga could land those wide punches.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the pocket against
Yeah,
Mayorga.
that's exactly it.
And, you know, Cotto has always been a good mover and a boxer.
Yeah.
I always thought when he was younger that he moved a little bit too much and didn't give himself a chance to put those combinations out. But now that he's gotten older, he's settled down a little bit. Now you can see his natural raw talent.
That's a great observation and really true.
And a lot of people probably, what a double, triple jab there by Miguel Cotto. A lot of people probably surprised that Mayorga still has this much left in the tank.
At this late point in the fight, now Cotto's had a very good 10th round.
With Mayorga missing this much, you would think that Cotto would have more counterpunch opportunities to land something real big without taking a risk of having Mayorga fire back or being out of position.
There's that beautiful jab by Cotto again. That's been a very effective weapon throughout. Left hook. partially blocked by Cotto. Right hand by Mayorga, got in, tries to jump on top of Cotto, but Cotto slips away. Hideo Cotto doesn't want to get that close. 11, they call them the championship rounds. Here we go. Ricardo Mayorga is still here.
They both predicted this fight would end by the 6th round or earlier, and I think everybody thought that.
I'll tell you what, Mayorga knows he's in the championship rounds, and everything he's probably telling himself he needs a knockout.
Yeah.
So I want to believe he's going to head for the fence here.
And we'll take a look at press row.
Obviously an edge, big edge for Cotto, 98-92 on 2 of the scorecards and 99-91. Antonio, what do you have right now?
I only gave 2 rounds to Mayorga.
Exactly.
And, it was the middle rounds 4 and also 7. Other than that, it's been all Cotto.
And again, not to be repetitive, but that said, still a highly entertaining fight.
Yes, I gave him 7 and 9, so it's the same score arrived at differently. Yeah, this for a fight that's one-sided, it's fun to watch and great.
Ricardo Mayorga, a big reason. But a well-fought fight by Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, he's done a lot of things really well. It's just he can't knock Mayorga out, so Mayorga stays there.
What a showman.
Ooh.
That all you got, Miguel? You better be careful.
Yeah.
Left hook.
No change in the expression on Miguel Cotto's face.
Unbelievable. A fight breaks into a sparring session.
Well, of course, Mayorga said it was going to be a sparring session for him because it would be so easy, and it has obviously not been that, and I don't think anyone really thought it would be.
Now that was utter bluster.
Yeah, but to his credit, man, he's coming here, he's laid it all on the line.
Oh, absolutely.
And still in the championship rounds, he's going for that knockout.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped trying to win, and he's trying to throw as many bombs as he can, that when he can marshal the effort.
But he wants Cotto to sit still and let me hit you. That's what he wants.
He just won't oblige, really.
Right.
Boy, that jab of Miguel Cotto just before, while you guys were talking, the double jab, brilliant. Just keeping Mayorga at the end of it. Mayorga talking to him, taunting him.
The difference between the demeanor of these two men is stark. It's really staggering.
Cotto is such a quiet, shy guy. He really is.
And in the ring, he's all business.
Yep.
And Mayorga is all sizzle, but has had some stake in there, too.
Yeah, he's gotten a few good shots in.
I'd like to see Cotto go for this knockout to put an emphasis on this fight tonight.
Would that be a statement? A dramatic ending. The MGM Grand standing. Appreciative of the high entertainment. Mayorga is shot, and he's down. A delayed reaction knockdown. Oh, goodness. Will he be able to continue? He's in terrible shape.
He's grabbing his hand as if something has happened to his hand.
Yeah, he may have broken his hand. Mayorga, will he continue? He says, yes, let me continue. That is a game person.
And remember, he was down in the 12th round against Shane Mosley. Almost a replay of that.
They're all standing here at the MGM Grand.
And this is what we wanted to see from Cotto.
Oh, he's hurt again off a jab.